Jimmy and them lived down here to start with. Now you taking your life in your own hands up here.
Yeah,
Mama used to live up here before she went to nursing home.
Gene Mills used to stay right along the
there.
This is where I come down here to practice football with Lynn on Saturday mornings. Then we're working on his throwing.
That's where Mama lived right there. That house belongs to John Mahaffey.
And there was some
Martha Lynn's brother.
Here.
Martha Lynn's brother lived right here somewhere. Or they on Skip or City, I can't remember which one it was.
W.C. Fell didn't stay long in here.
W.C. Fell.
Frank Fell.
Yeah, Frank lived down this way. Or
Yeah.
either on the other street one.
Is it?
But they lived on the left hand. Might have been right in here, wasn't it?
Well, wait a minute. Joe Fell lived in one of these houses right
Joe
here.
stayed last house right here.
Yeah. Because I had to come up here and get Mama one time. That's where Pete Fell and them lived, right?
The old chicken machines.
Yep. Go down City Avenue.
That railroad still running, dude?
Yeah, it's mine. There used to be a gate right there when I was here. That's the way we went in. I made Channel 2 News right there at that gate when we went there.
You did?
When he was trying to.
That the ice house?
Used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Bubba Gregory wanted to close these roads off on account of all the junk that was going on.
Yep.
And see, I was coming in to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. And if I'd come in, there used to be, there wouldn't be nothing cars be parked right there at that low creek.
Just slow right here.
If ain't anybody parked there, I'd just keep on riding.
Our house was right here. Harriet lived here. We lived at the house.
That's somebody out here lived there.
We lived there. When Dot and I got married, that's where we lived.
Harriet
Is this-
Morton.
Yeah.
What is this, the back
It's
house?
steel now. Yeah, you can go this way. Go this.
It used to be a dirt road.
This
Well, there's nothing down here. Yeah.
This
It
is
used to be
city.
houses. Yeah.
This is city up here.
This is city.
Jim, y'all stayed right in y'all, what that?
Back there,
Didn't y'all stay on this road one time?
we stayed up here and back here. We stayed up here beside the Whitakers.
Yeah. Who lived?
Snipes lived here
Who
somewhere.
either lived right there or right here?
Whitakers.
Okay, that's who I came over.
Mickey Whitaker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
came over, remember coming over here there.
James Whitaker.
Yeah. Nancy Whitaker.
Yep.
Because we lived.
And
Slow
this,
down. We lived here. Whitakers lived there, I think.
well, either that house or that house back in 55, somewhere around there is where Ronald's, the girl he was dating, lived in one of these houses.
Okay.
Somebody died there.
We lived in one of them. Snipes lived one of them.
And somebody lived right in here too.
Jimmy English's sister married Alvin Baker that lived in one of these
somebody
houses
lived,
here.
I remember coming over to these houses here.
All right, Danny Hunter and Donna Hunter lived here.
Lulu Ooten them stayed in here somewhere too.
All right, now this is what I need to get straight. Going down this street. Pull up here to the stoplight. Huh?
Good morning.
That's where Pearl lived right there.
Yeah.
Me and Mike and Jimmy riding around on the wheel here.
All right. Pearl.
Yeah, I told you I must supposed we met at
We'll
your
wait
car
10
at 9
minutes off
o'clock.
there.
And
See, the only one I remember is Pearl lived on the corner. I don't remember who lived over here. Anybody down that street.
You know, I had to meet him at 9 o'clock, so I wasn't going to call before I left. And we went and ate breakfast, and we riding around on the mill here. And they Mike doing a video of the mill here. I told him, you better be careful, we'll have to get shot.
Pull up here. For just
We
a
done got
second.
to Brooklyn side, now we're headed down there.
Going to the rich side now.
And y'all got any plans for today, sweetheart?
There used to be
Okay. If all goes
this thing
well,
over
I'm
here.
gonna
All them trees wasn't over there. We used to slide down that hill.
this afternoon.
There's a
I'm gonna call Chambers
there's
up here when she comes
under
to
that
my house yesterday.
railroad track
Piece
that
of
goes
cake,
through.
and I done
There's a
give
little
it away.
stream. It's a cave.
Tyler.
Her and Clark
Yeah,
both,
but it's rock. It's square.
What
You can't see there now.
It's so hot.
But Pearl lived here.
I should be home in just a little while.
I can't think of everybody that lives here.
Okay.
That's why.
Now
I love to go.
who was the guy that lived in maybe the first, maybe the
Fuzzy
third?
Whitaker. Fuzzy and Tommy Whitaker.
That's the one that had the model cars. What's
Yeah,
the model
he had
cars they
everything.
built?
All right, Penny, can you Pearl lived here.
Yep.
I know Larry and Wayne
Robinson.
Bo. What was Bo's last name? Betty Jean. Bo Carter lived beside of them. Tom.
Jacksons.
The Robinsons lived.
Jacksons lived over there.
The Robinsons. Then it was the
Robert Jackson. Then.
Yeah.
Robert, Tommy,
Then it was the Ricky Pilgrim,
Larry and Wayne.
and then the Utons lived on the end. Across from them was Billy Foster. I don't remember who lived beside of them, but the Lanes lived beside of them. Glenn and Bobby Joe. And then the Jacksons lived beside of them, and I don't remember who was on the corner. But that's what I remember. Because everybody from over here used to come over to Jimmy English's place and get drinks. Oh, excuse me.
And that was, so Buzzy Whitaker lived in the third house.
No, they lived in the second. We lived in the third.
Okay.
Y'all remember when we lived there?
Yep, I do.
We didn't have no
Who lived there?
we didn't have no bath.
Somebody lived on, who lived on the corner right here? On the Buckley's corner right here.
All right. Betty Jean and
Fred Carter.
Fred Carter lived here.
And what was her name? Jeanette Flowers lived right up here on the right.
Yep. We lived right here. When Ed's was here, we lived right there.
And Berger lived down that little dirt
Berger
road.
lived down that little dirt road.
And
That's
the old
right.
man that had was disabled, rolled his own cigarettes.
Carter. That was Fred Carter's daddy.
Okay, he lived back there.
Yep.
We used to cut through there going to the show.
That road used to go all the way through there, didn't
Yep.
And then old Tony Hubman them lived
it? They stayed right there on that water.
All right.
up here across there.
Right where that guy's walking right now, that's where our house was. So that pulled up in
We
there.
played football back there.
Yep. With Tony Huffman and what's the brother's name? Sandy Huffman.
And what was the casket boy? You used to call him Palmer.
Oh, I want to say Eric, but that ain't it.